What's up, everybody? I'm back, and I used to tell some stories here on this channel. I've told a good amount of stories. I like to only to tell like the funny ones or like the really cool ones. I don't like to tell any more personal or sad ones or anything like that, obviously. But I've been thinking of like ones that I could possibly tell that I haven't told yet. And one did come to mind. And this happened a couple of years ago, I believe. Maybe it was like right before the pandemic, maybe started, or like it was just getting started. But I was involved. But as you can see in the title, it happened at High Caliber. Now, what is High Caliber? Well, it's a go karting place in our mall, our local mall, or one of our local malls. It's really popular. It's new. It acts as it's High Caliber. It's basically go karting, but it's also got axe throwing place. It's got like a stress like throwing thingamahoober booth. They've got arcade games. They got a bar and all that sort of stuff. So it's like a very kid and adult hangout place. More like a teen and adult hangout place. It's really fun. It is really expensive though. So know that before you go, if you decide to go or anything like it, it is very expensive. So take that into account. But it is a lot of fun to do every now and then. This took place one time. Me and my friends, Dan Snake was there. Darkroom 7 was there. He's going to be a pretty big player in this. I think Brian may have been there. Jackson was there. I know that. I think he was there maybe. But we were there. And we wanted to go, go karting and everything. And these go karts are not like the ones you find at golf courses, where they have the fucking lawnmower engine. These are like serious go karts. Like they can go up to I think 50 or 60 miles an hour at top speed. And they have lots. They are strong. And they put a number on you. Like you can do 3 races and you will be worn out by like the second and a half portion of the race. It is a lot. It is a lot of work on your arms and even on your feet, with the pedals and stuff like that. And because of that, you have to wear these big, like, racing style helmets. I think for, like, motorbike racing and stuff like that. They're pretty hard to see out of, and they're not very safe when it comes. I mean, they've taken good precautions with the pandemic to clean the helmets after every use, and they have socks you put over your head before you put on the helmet so that they go on easier. They have to clean those as well, and they've done a good job of doing that, I think. But you have to wear those, as part of safety. You don't have to wear gloves or anything, and you have to put your stuff in a cubby so that nothing doesn't get on the track, because your things can be really close to the track and stuff like that. I know that in this story nobody got injured. As I continue on the story, nobody got seriously injured. Obviously, nobody died. Otherwise, I wouldn't be telling the story. But we were driving along the track, and we got into cars, and they have 2 tracks, right? They have the blue track and they have the red track. The blue track is for starters. It's not as short. You go slower on it. It's a shorter course. Meant for like the littler people, the ones just getting started. And that course was okay, but we wanted to try the big course. And the big course you had to be at least, I think, 16 to do. So we were all 16. We're getting on this course, and it's the one that goes really fast. You can hit top speed here. It's for the more experienced go-karters, more the adults sort of thing. So we're getting ready to go, and we're doing this stuff, and we have to watch the safety video, and it's kind of like a meme safety video, or they kind of like, harsh reality sort of thing. Like, oh, look what's going to happen if this happens, if you do this. Or don't do this, don't be a dingus, that kind of thing. That's pretty funny that you get to watch those. And then you put your stuff in the cubby, you get your helmet, and then they assign your cart, and then you get in the cart, and then they start up the cart. You're trying to get the belts to fit everyone like that, that kind of thing. And we start racing. And it has a few sharp turns and stuff like that, and we get it was like the first turn. It looks like a start finish line's like in the back, and then there's a couple like high speed zones, and then you gotta like brake and stuff. You never actually have to use the brake, kind of like you do not need to, like in when you're on these like mini golf courses and you're doing those. It's just that you have to be a little bit more subtle with how you do it. Maybe you have to let off the gas instead of hitting the brake or doing stuff like that. I mean, these things could cause some pretty intense crashes, and we knew that coming in. But anyway, we were driving along, and we were having a lot of fun. Yeah, 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 yeah. We're driving, yeah, yeah, yeah. And I'm in my car, trying to drive, and we're trying to beat the best lap time and stuff like that, and come along and trying to, because you have to win by lap time, like I said. So you're trying to be the best lap time. So I'm trying to get the best lap going in, trying to run as hard as I can. Near the end of the race, it's by time, it's not by laps. So we don't know exactly when the time is going to end, but we know it's coming up close. And I'm driving along, I'm trying to look at the score, and I'm looking at the scoreboard, right, which is off to the left. So my left is right here. So I'm trying to look off to the left, and what I don't see is that Eli has spun out in front of me, and he is sitting perpendicular. Like, here's the track, right? Well, here's Eli. You can do this. Like, he's like this, like perpendicular to the track, right? And I'm coming down this straightaway at full speed. Well, it's not really a straightaway because it wasn't, straight, but it was like a fast zone part of the track. And I'm coming at full speed here. I'm on the gas. I'm not even looking. I'm looking over here. And eventually I look and I see the standings, and then I turn and I see him. He's about maybe 5 or 6 feet in front of me. And for some reason I hesitate. I hesitate to step on the brakes. I am in my mind, I'm contemplating, oh shit, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to hit the brakes? Am I supposed to try and steer? Do I try to keep going, try and win the race? It seems stupid, but it's in the heat of the moment, okay? And eventually I hit the brakes, I slam on them, but there's nothing I can do. I don't even turn, I can't turn, it's too close. At this point, I hit the brakes like 2-3 feet away, and I hit the brakes, and there's nothing I can do. It's like I'm trying to stop for a deer here, okay? That's what it felt like, because he was just stuck there, he couldn't do anything. And I think I yelled out his name. I think I was like, Eli, watch out, or something like that. But he couldn't hear me. Like, the helmets muffle the voice. You can't hear anybody talking them, basically, especially with the carts going around and stuff like that, So I hit the brakes and slide in, and then I hit him, like T-bone him. Like, he is perfectly perpendicular to the track. And here I come. I hit him right in the sweet spot, and I'm going super fast still, even with the brakes locked on. And all of a sudden, just boom! I hit the cart, and I actually, because I was flying, because I was going so fast, my cart goes up in the air, maybe about 2-3 feet, and then lands back down on top of Eli's cart on the side. And so I'm stuck there suspended with only half of my wheels on the ground. The cart, here's Eli, right? Here's the cart. Like, it was that much. It didn't hit him. Right, it didn't hit him, thank God. Otherwise, it probably would have severely hurt him, and that would have made me feel horrible. But it didn't hit him. It landed right next to him on like the platform thing on the side, and I'm freaking out. I'm like, holy crap! I'm sorry, Eli. I didn't mean to do that. It's the moment I'm trying to talk. I'm trying to apologize to him. Again, he can't hear me. Because we got all these things going on, so they have to stop the race, and the workers come over, and they first ask, like, are you okay? You're okay? We're like, yeah, we're fine. And then they pull our carts apart, turn Eli's around, and then I think they brought us in after that. I think the race is pretty much over, so they just brought us in. Yeah, I've had a few more experiences with like getting brought in and like stuck like that. A couple other experiences at high caliber where I'll get to those in a minute, where like I've been like stuck or something like that, but nothing as severe as this. Like, it was insane, because literally I went bam right on top of his cart. It didn't damage. The carts are super durable. Like, they didn't even get damaged or anything, or at least severely damaged. I don't know what long-term repairs they had to do, but it was insane. It was crazy. I never seen anything like that, or been in anything like that. Like, my arms were really shaking up. They were hurting. Like, they were shooken up. Like, I did not want to race again after that. It was just insane. Like, and thankfully nobody got hurt, because that was a dangerous situation. I take pretty much full blame for it, for hesitating to hit, because otherwise I probably would have hit him like normal and it wouldn't have been as bad. But because I hesitated, I had to land on top of him. And I didn't know it was going to be that spectacular of an event where I was going to literally hit him, T-bone him so hard that my car was just going to launch straight up in the air and land back down on top of his. Like, when does that ever happen with cars or race cars or anything in that sort? You know, it never happens. So it's really weird. I had another experience. I think it was one of the most recent times we went, where the race ended, and so they when the race ends, they like slow our carts down to pretty much a near crawl, so that we can only go like maybe 2 or 3 miles an hour, and then we pull in to the pits. But the race stopped, and I got stuck along a wall. So my cart was literally stuck there. Like, I can't go that fast, so it's stuck along the wall. I can't get there. So then they had to come and push me off, and it was like a whole ordeal. I was like, everybody else is in. I was still out on the track. They were getting ready to put the next people out, and I was still on the track trying to push me in. They didn't stuck there. They kind of like forgot that I was there, and I was freaking out because like, they're gonna leave me here. Am I gonna get hit? Am I gonna crash? What's gonna happen here? Like, I'm stuck on the wall. Was super dirty. I tried to push myself off the wall, and like I looked back at my hand, and it was like super dirty. It's not dirty right now. I just washed it recently. But and then another experience, I was racing on the blue track with a couple other people, random guy, and I was racing with Cole as well. And we were 3 wide, and again, it's a narrow course, meant to only for like 2 carts to pass each other at once. But at this point, we were 3 wide, and we hit this like narrow set where like narrowed down, and we were just side by side, and then we all just scrunched together. And we came to a dead stop. We were literally scrunched all between the wall and stuff. And the people that were working there at the time were fascinated. They had never seen anything like that before. It was just crazy. Like, we got stuck, and I was in the middle. Cole was to my right, and the other guy was to my left, and they pushed that guy out first. They got the other 2 guys out pretty easily, but then my car just basically freaking stalled, like, in one go. They tried restarting it. They tried doing everything possible. My car just wouldn't go. And I was in the center of a fast lane of the track, coming near a turn, and I'm like, dude, and like, they walked away. Like, they got the carts freed. Then they just walked away, and my cart wouldn't go. I'm like, dude, hey, come back. Hey, my cart's not moving, whatever. Thing like that. So those are just the main point of the main story here is the cart incident, the crash. But I wanted to touch on those other 2 stories because I thought they were really funny. More funny, awesome, fun stories from racing at high caliber. The only other time that I've been involved in like a crash in go-karting or anything near it was we were in Gatlinburg, Tennessee at our go-karting complex, and me and my brother were racing, and I was on the outside and he was on the inside. We came to this sharp turn and we just slapped each other like this and spun out and slid, and he kept going, but I was stuck literally perpendicular to the wall. He said, go backwards. I didn't know you could go backwards, so I'm pressing. It's like, go backwards. It's like, I didn't know you could go backwards. I didn't think you could. Eventually, they got me moving in the right direction, and then I finished last, and then it rained, and then we couldn't race anymore, and that kind of sucked. But, yeah, I guess so. But, yeah, that's a story that I thought about today, and there's another story thing I really want to do. It's a longer one. It's going to involve some more people. I don't know when we're going to get around to that, but if you guys have any other ideas for any things you want me to talk about, stories or any other video ideas, story content like this, leave a suggestion in the comment section down below, and I'm going to try and think of some more fun stories to tell. Maybe some more fun stories will come along. We'll find out. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.